Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Cryptokip, and today we are going to be talking about Senator Elizabeth Warren's opinion on Bitcoin and crypto. Whether or not her argument is valid, we're going to go through that in this video. We're going to talk about some of the recent statements she's came out and made about cryptocurrency and the battle with the SEC, coming out in support of Gary Gensler. We really got to dive into this. We got to look at these market caps because crypto's going up today in case you didn't see it. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're doing 5 videos every single day for you. And when we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber. So don't miss out. Guys, the crypto market cap is at $1 trillion today. Bitcoin dominance at 42.3%. Bitcoin's above 23,000 and moving higher right now. Ethereum's trying to break above $1,600 again. Binance is above 300. Markets looking good. But Elizabeth Warren is warning people about crypto again, saying crypto giants are collapsing under the weight of their own fraud. Very, very interesting statement. Let's look at some of the quotes from her here in this. From all their talk of innovation and financial inclusion, crypto industry giants from FTX to Celsius and Voyager are collapsing under the weight of their own fraud, deceit, and gross mismanagement. This is a correct statement. So yes, we are going to point out the bad players. Okay, of course, FTX, Celsius, and Voyager, an issue. And when they sink, they take a lot from honest investors down with them. That is also correct. So I will give her 2 points for Senator Elizabeth Warren on this so far. Crypto fraud is a big problem, but it's one we can fix. Well, I'd like to see how you're going to fix it, Elizabeth Warren. I do agree that crypto fraud is a problem. I do think that we should be free to take our own risks, right? Elizabeth Warren essentially wants to use the fraud that has happened with FTX, Celsius, and Voyager to tell you, you can't use crypto and we don't want you to have access to it. And we want to tell you what you can and cannot do with your money. And so you really got to see how she wants to fix it. So then she goes on to say, the SEC in the past 2 years has made a good start by keeping crypto volatility out of the traditional banking system and preventing Bitcoin exchange traded funds, Bitcoin ETFs, from hitting the market. So she praises that Bitcoin ETFs have been prevented from hitting the market. And without naming Sam Bankman-Fried directly, Warren praised the SEC for charging crypto crooks with defrauding ordinary investors. Guys, we got to remember that Gary Gensler and the SEC met with Sam Bankman-Fried leading up to these accusations against Sam Bankman-Fried. So she's praising the SEC, guys, and the SEC was involved with this crook ahead of this. So we got to keep this in mind. All our regulators need to step up the game, calling on environmental and banking officials. So she's calling on the environmental and the banking officials to step up. Crypto mining firms are polluting communities, they're straining power grids, and they're driving up utility costs in communities from Texas to New York, she said. Both the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection Agency have the authority to require crypto miners to disclose their energy use and their environmental impact. Guys, we're going to look at her argument here on electricity here in a second. I got something to show you guys you're just going to be blown away by. This is a big lie that the media is telling you and that ill-informed politicians are trying to say that oppose crypto and Bitcoin because they support the banking system, right? Another quote, it's the bank regulators' job to insulate the banking system and taxpayers from the risk of crypto fraud. They have the tools, they need to use them. Warren said that the rise of crypto-friendly banks has already opened the traditional banking system to greater risks, raising the risk of a crypto collapse in which American taxpayers are left holding the bag. We want to take our own risks, Elizabeth Warren. Please let us take our own risks and do our own research. We don't need you to try to box us out of this great financial asset class that a lot of us love. And she's saying it's the bank regulator's job to insulate the banking system. It's the banking system. If you have a bank and it's a business, you should be able to do whatever you want. If you want to be a crypto-friendly bank, you should be able to do that. Why is she all of a sudden this banking police? It's totally ridiculous. And you look at the money that she's gotten in her campaigns, it comes from banks, guys. She's the banking broad. So there's clearly some actual controversy going on with these statements from her. And she says here, no financial industry should get to write its own playbook. You either comply with the law or you face tough consequences for violating it. Crypto is no different. Look, they are facing consequences. Let's go back. So you either comply with the law or you face the consequences for violating it. That's exactly what FTX is doing. Crypto giants are collapsing under the weight of their own fraud. Any crypto giant that is a fraud should collapse under their own weight. I agree with her in this, but she's trying to use this as a tool to get more regulation to try to box us out from crypto. It's clearly the direction she's trying to go with this. But let's try to break down some of her arguments. So she thinks that the banking system's so good and she doesn't like crypto and she doesn't like the energy consumption. Well, guys, the banking system uses at least 56 times more energy than Bitcoin, according to Cointelegraph. Now, I don't know if it's 56 times, but it's definitely more. We can look at another chart here and we can see this is the estimated annual energy consumption of the banking system versus gold versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin uses less energy than gold and banking systems. So this energy consumption issue is a straight out lie, guys. It's a straight out lie. Also, she's praising SBF's buddy in the SEC, Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler and the SEC met with regulators, met with Sam Bankman-Fried leading up to this FTX collapse for months, guys. This is a fact. This happened, and this is just how it went down, guys. On one hand, the revolving door between financial businesses and the government is inevitable. People who work for the SEC and the DOJ have knowledge base that could benefit Wall Street firms to avoid trouble. The flip side of all this is when the regulators have an eye on making a lot of money when they decide to switch sides. That's when the toxicity of arrangement often sets in. It's all too human to think that a person you might want to work with and your former colleagues work for could never have committed fraud. Guys, Gary Gensler is trying to get ahead of the crypto boom. He knows it's coming. His agency is trying to slow it down because they were probably trying to position themselves with the winning horse, which they thought was Sam Bankman-Fried. But they had bad research. They did a bad job of vetting this, and they got caught with their pants down. And Sam Bankman-Fried will be going to jail here by the end of the year, most likely. His trial's coming up in October, so there's going to be more coming out with this. But Elizabeth Warren hates crypto, guys. It's very, very clear. And honestly, if the crypto giants are collapsing under their weight, fine. Let them collapse. Let me take my own risk. And let me be, the government is to stop protecting us from our money and protecting us from trying to make money and protecting us from risks that we want to take. And start protecting us from A, themselves, and B, from other world powers. You look at energy consumption. China, by and large, has a ridiculous amount of energy consumption. We should probably be trying to address that before we start trying to address Bitcoin's energy consumption. So, Elizabeth Warren, start to do some research and start to dig in if you're going to get out on a podium and talk all knowledgeably about Bitcoin if you think you're so smart. That's really all I got, guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about Elizabeth Warren, about Bitcoin. I'm bullish. Look out for the Fed coming out, talking about raising interest rates and lowering the amount they're raising it by here for the new month. Feeling good. We're squashing the FUD here. 5 videos every single day for you. When we hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel, we're giving away a loaded lion to anybody that follows the giveaway on our Twitter channel. That's all I got, guys. I'm Cryptokip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you got to remember to DCA, HODL, and of course, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I got 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Peace.